I'm working on homework right now. You want to learn about economics? Alright. So this is all backwards for a camera. You try doing this. It's like a mirror. Okay? This is sloping up is supply, sloping downwards is demand. Okay? And then this dot right here is where it's at equilibrium. And this long line is where GDP is at, which GDP means everything that's being traded throughout the nation. We calculate money production, and the less trade that happens, the lower that GDP number is at. So right here, you'll see that this graph is going downwards from point A, point B. This is due to a recession. When the line slopes down, as I said, that means it's a demand. So demand falls because of a recession, because you want to save up your money and spend it on more important necessities in your life, such as electric bill, rent bill, things in that category. Food's an important one. Okay, and this bottom one is how it goes from B to C. So our demand is going outwards. But I don't understand why. Why would it be going outwards? Because our demand is increasing now. This must be for when but it's at a lower line. It's at less supply but more demand. This is because when you're in the workforce, which I have no idea how this is in relation to GDP and the trade of goods, but when it's a fiscal year, which means that there's a surplus of workers, you'll have to lower your standards and allow yourself to make a decision on what kind of job that you want, because there's a surplus. You'll have to settle for less according to what's needed in the market field. So that's a little bit how demand relates to the workforce. So they don't really go hand in hand for the visual concept of what I think of supply and demand. This last one is shifting forward when supply goes up. There's a lot of it due to more people working in production because of government stimulating the economy with lowering tax rates, allowing people to spend more. And that's a little bit about my homework at the moment. Do I find economics interesting? A little more than I used to. Actually, 360. I give an economics a B minus compared to an F minus when I first entered in, because my first teacher was very straight out of the book, which I never read the books. I never had time. I mean, preparing for a class and reading a chapter out of the book probably take 3 hours, which I didn't have that kind of time. And I never got time for that because I was taking so many classes. I was taking like 8 different classes. I could only read a little bit about it and really depend on my notes with that. Even though I was so studious in that class, I ended up failing. It was a horror story. But my new teacher now, he's very awesome, but he's quitting because he doesn't completely agree with Obama's salary cuts on education and teachers' pay. Kind of makes me sad because he's a really easy grader. I'm gonna have to find someone else in the college that can grade just as easy as him. It's hard to come across that.